like to rip his eyes out of his head. You know, I'd like to rip his heart from his chest.
We're outside the federal courthouse for the 6th full day of testimony in the trial of James Bulger. And today's a day that we're hearing from the families of some of those 19 victims that we've spoken about.
Getting dragged through this it's not fun at all. It's to the media and to the people at home, it may seem cool Hollywood, but this is actually, it's a nightmare. Living this and going through this all the time is a nightmare. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing cool about it.
Just days after hearing from the testimony of John Martorano, the hitman who admitted to 20 murders, we're hearing directly from the family members who described what it was like to come home and hear that a loved one had died. We heard from a man who was driving and heard on the radio that his brother was murdered, and come home and seeing that realization. From a young woman who described her sister answering the phone to find out her father had been shot in the face, and later to hear that he had died.
It was pretty emotional. Seeing his picture with my other sister, and just then Ralph DeMasi was in the car with him today, come in for the first time. It was overwhelming.
Car pulled up alongside, opened up. When it was over, there was over 100 bullet holes in the car. Billy O'Brien had 17 bullets in him. I had 8 in me. He died instantly.
Some of the most emotional testimony of this trial came from Diane Sussman. She was a victim herself who was in a car driven by Michael Milano. Michael Milano was the car was wrongly shot up because Bulger's gang was allegedly targeting someone else. Today was a day of testimony from the families of some of those murder victims who described the horror. Not getting into allegations, not pointing fingers, just describing the horror of what it was like to hear that their loved one had died. This is their day in federal court.